Hello everyone, this is Rita Holmes, independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up! From Ohio, I should say. I'm coming to bring you a video. It's a fun fold that I did this week that was just really quick and simple, and due to some circumstances that's going on, that has kept me busy and not really down here to be able to stamp that. I am doing this just really quick and easy card just because I want to come to you and then bring you something that, you know, we can take and do that's very simple and make some cards. Use up some of that DSP paper we have, which is designer series paper, or printed paper if that's what you get, like from Hobby Lobby or whatever. It's the printed papers. And I do want to say that if you don't have a demonstrator with Stampin' Up! And you would like to order, I would love for you to order for me. I'm always looking for new customers and that. I'll be totally honest about that. And I would love for you to order for me and me to be able to share with you. Also, the same thing, if you ever thought about being a demonstrator, I would love to be the person that you would sign under. I don't call it as teams. We're just, we get together. We're friends, and we just get together sometimes and have little discussions and that on Zoom and that. But I do love my team, and I love to see it grow. So I would really appreciate you contacting me if you ever thought that you would like to join Stampin' Up! So anyway, Stampin' Up! Did start a sale today. They have 15% off of some of their designer series papers. Great deal because most of them run like $12.50, and I think the ones that are $12.50 are $10.70 or something like that. I mean, you know, you get almost a couple dollars off of each pack, which can really add up, especially if you like DSP and you like to order a lot. So it's a very good deal. And if you have ordered in the past in July, you got bonus coupons. Be sure to redeem them this month. They are, you would have gotten an email. If you had ordered from them, you would have gotten an email with your bonus coupons, and you can put those in where it says coupon code to order from. And I just want to let you know that. And other than that, we have 2 new kits out. One of them is really cute. It's a little Halloween house. It's a 3D project. It just came out today. So you might want to jump on that if you're a Halloween lover. And that and the other kit is Christmas cards. If you need some quick and easy Christmas cards, the kits are the way to go. I am going to turn my camera down and show you my card. And when I do my cards, I usually have a PDF for them that you can get over on my Facebook page, which is Stamp Crazy Stamp Crazy VIP is where the PDFs are. All you do is go to the file section, and then you can print them off if you would like to keep something like that for further use. So anyway, that is available to everybody and anybody that joins my Facebook group over there. So I'd love for you to join that. Snag you up some of the PDFs. There's over 200 of them in the file section, so there's plenty to look at. You can scroll through my videos that's on my group. All of my videos I do here are also on my group, and you can see all of that. So with all that being said, I'm going to turn my camera down. We're going to make this card. It's going to be really quick. So let me just do that real quick. You're going to see the back part of my room here, which is no big deal. And then I'm going to bring my camera down, and I am probably going to bring my camera up a little bit, but let me see how it looks on my, well, I lost my page. Let's go back to my page. See what we have here. There we go. I finally can see it. It's okay. Isn't that awful? You just can't see it, but there it is. That is my card that we're doing. So let me get the pieces that are behind me. I am using the Unbounded Love Suite, which means I am using their stamp set, which is this right here from Unbounded Love that has our sayings in it. It's just sayings, and it's some very good sayings. And then there are just labels and tags and different things. And I'm going to show you how this cuts out and to piece it back together, like into my card right here, to make it, I had it upside down, to have it to where the white fits in there, because you only get, when you use the die cut, you only get what's this greenish color, the Summer Splash. The inside of it gets cut out. So we are going to be using those along with our resin dots that match this. This is the In Colors. So we'll be using all of the In Color stuff, the new In Colors, which I love the colors. They're so pretty. So let's put this away for a minute. We don't need it. Here's my host code. If you would decide to order, you could go to my online store, and that's listed in the description below. You could go there and you can order and use the host code. So here is what we're going to be using. And I have my card already scored, which I scored at 1 1/4. This is 5 1/2 or 8 1/2 by 5 1/2. Scored at 1 1/4 and 4 1/4. So the 4 1/4 is your actual, just your fold over card. It's folded in half. Score lines make it much easier to get a crisper fold. And then I'm going to take on that 1 1/4 inch fold. I'm going to fold that back. And I know you've made many cards probably like this, in a way that, you know, you've got this that opens up like this. Well, we're going to be gluing this shut. And I am way out of focus because my camera's so close down. Let's move that up a minute. There we go. So we have this. Then we have a piece that's 2 3/4 by 5 1/4, the basic white, which is going to go right here on the inside. This is a piece of Designer Series paper that I had originally cut 5, I think it goes like that. So it'd be 5 1/4 by 4 if it was put together. Okay. So what I did with this, I actually had it turned around on my, I actually had it turned this way. I know the colors aren't lining up right now, but I had it cut this way, 4 by 5 1/4, and then I cut this off at 1 inch. You got 2 1 inch pieces, so there's a 1 inch piece, a 1 inch piece, and that left a 2 inch piece. So that's what I did with that on the paper trimmer, and it just made exactly what I needed. So I got that cut at 5 1/4 by 4 originally, and then just cut my little pieces out. So what we're going to do right now is we are going to glue all of this in together. So I am going to take my little glue gun thing here that I hadn't been using because it was clogged. And it wasn't supposed to clog, but it did. And I'm going to take and I'm going to glue this into my inside. Okay. So let's just glue this down. And I bring it just not all the way to the fold line, but I put a close margin over there. So I make sure that it's under this piece when it's folded. Then I'm going to bring in my bigger piece. I'm going to turn it this way because this is the way I want it. Because it's not going to matter on the other two pieces really if they match up. I didn't make sure of that because it really doesn't have to be directional because it's got the flowers going all different ways. So I leave a border here and then just put that down. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this flap and I'm going to glue it down. I'm just going to add some glue to here. Glue that down. Then I'm going to take these two pieces of DSP, and one will go here, and one's going to go here. So let's glue those down, and there's the bulk of our card is made. And a good idea for this is you could make up a bunch of card bases here with different DSPs, and then just add a sentiment to your card when you need to send a card out. And then that way, you know, you don't end up with 14 birthday cards and then need a sympathy card or something like that. So you can just put your sentiments on here as you need them. Now what we're going to do, I am going to go ahead and just show you in a different color. So I'm going to put these pieces together, and I'm actually going to show you this one in a landscape way. So I'm going to put this on here, and I'm going to glue this down. So we're doing both of these cards right at the same time, because it saves some time. So we put that down. Then I'm going to bring in, oh, I put all of those on there the same way, which is fine. That just gives it a whole different look. We're just doing a whole lot of different little things, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. So now I'm going to glue this down with the opposite side of the paper showing. And I'm going to put one here. And I'm going to put one over here. Yeah. Make sure I'm doing this right. So, and we leave us a border around the edges. So there we go. We have 2 cards ready to go. All we need is sentiments on them. And we are going to do that real quick, but I have to move this out of the way because I'm going to bring my Big Shot in. My Big Shot, listen to me, it's my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Hadn't said big Shot in a long time. Don't know where that came from, but it came anyway. So here, let's put this out. And I did the big one because I like it better to do intricate work, you know, with when there's intricate dies. I think it just has a better cut. And that can be me personally, I don't know. But whatever it is, it's okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this die here that's got the leaf on it. And then I'm going to use this with the 2 little leaves because we're going to put those on. You don't even see those as I'm doing that. But it's this die here and then this little die here. And that'll be on the inside, and then this is for the outside. And we have to cut this twice. We're going to cut it out once with the Summer Splash, and we're going to cut it out once with white. So I need to stand up to do this and get my scrap piece of paper right here. And I am going to add this right on here with my little leaf right there. And I am going to cut those at the moment. Then we'll come back in and use that die, and I got that die not the right way. Sometimes that happens too. You'll lay your die the wrong side up. Done that many a times. So we're going to push this through our machine, and I'm going to come back through with both of those, and I'm going to move the machine out of my way for just a second so that we can get these ready. And if you notice, there's what started to say, get off of there, little die. That was the centerpiece that was left out. So you could actually piece that back in if you wanted to, and that's exactly what we're going to do, but we're going to do with the white. We're going to piece it in there. So let me first get this out of the die. And what I do is I have an old paper pumpkin box. And as you can see, I've already done some. I just dump them in the box. I'm going to put this over here, and here's our piece that goes with our pick tool that you can get that runs over your dies to get all of the pieces out. works really well. That little straggler's wanting to hang on. So get off. And then I'm just going to poke that out. And there we go. We have our little die cut. So if you don't do your dies like this, it's very easy to do. And it saves a lot of poking time if you're poking all those out individually. So there's our little leaf. I think I got them all out. We'll see if I didn't. And that's for our inside of our card. So we have both of those done, okay? So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring the machine back in and I'm gonna cut a white piece for the inside of that with the same die. So let's bring this machine up. It's always a stand-up job for me to do this. I can't do it sitting down. So I'm going to bring, actually I'm going to bring in 2 pieces of white because I am going to cut a different frame out also. And just because I think it's cute. And it's this frame right here. Isn't that a cute little frame? So we're going to cut it out too, okay? So let's put those down. And let's run this through. And let the table shake because it's making noise. Run it through. I could have put that at an angle. If you put these at an angle, they won't make as much noise because it doesn't roll all the way through under the roller at one time. So you can see that this one just came out like this. It's a cute little die. It's got some edging, some stitch marks on there. And then we have our die here. And there it is. And here's our white piece. And this is what we're going to use. We're going to use this white piece. So let's put that down and then let's move this out of the way. It is just in our way. Too much stuff going on. I am going to take and get the white piece out of my die just so that I don't forget that it's in there when I go to use it again. It's got some pieces stuck in it. Let me get my little pokey tool here. Got that. Oh, come on. There we go. Let's get a hold of that and just pull that side out delicately. That is our white one, and you can always use this on another card, so don't throw it away. We're just using the inside, and you can put a colored inside on that one or whatever. So that's done. We're done die cutting. We are ready to put this together, and it is only going to take a couple minutes to do. So here's my card that I'm going to want to do. And I think I'll do this on this card. And I want it to hang over a little bit. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to just add some glue. I get these little glue things at the end of my glue. I just am going to put these at the end. Just to hold that down a little bit, okay? I don't want to put it at the far end over here because that's going to be hanging over my card. So we're just going to lay this down about like so. And I'm going to press where I've got that glue because I need that to hold good where the glue is. So you saw I put just a tiny bit. Now you could, if you had the adhesive back paper, you could use that. So now we're going to do this white piece, and I'm going to show you what we're going to do. I'm going to put some glue here, but I'm not going to go all the way over to the edges because it sticks out over the card, and that's okay. But I'm going to just put that in at the back end here, make sure that it's in place, and then put it down here. Now I have a white place to stamp. Now I probably should have stamped that before I did this, but I didn't, did I? So let's bring in a stamp that is going to fit on here. And I think I'm going to use this one. I like putting a lot of different sayings on my cards. That way I do have cards ready with sayings. So on this one, we're going to put "You're a True Blessing." And that's going to go right here. And I'm going to use the Petunia Pop ink on it because I think that would be really pretty. It kind of brings out this Petunia Pop color. So I'm going to go right into my card. I'm just going to stamp. And since that's on a, there we go, "You're a True Blessing." We will finish that off with a couple of embellishments once I get the other card with its with this little die cut. But what we're going to do to this die cut, so we're going to bring in a piece of scrap with the Summer Splash right here. We're going to bring in Summer Splash, and we are going to bring a blending brush, and I am just going to tap that on there, start off of my card and go on and just to go around my borders basically. Might need just a little bit more on the bottom. So there we go, we have this border. So with that being said, we are going to use that color for our saying also. We're going to do the whole thing in that. Just because that's what I want to do. I guess I do. I guess. And I am going to do "Happy Birthday." Need a little bit bigger block. I think it'll fit on here. Sometimes it's hard to tell to get these straight when they aren't straight on their own. It's just the way they lay. So we're going to bring that in, and I'm going to do the so let's see if I can get it on there straight. And if not, oh well, it's handmade, right? So I'm pressing down to get that a good image, and it will dry lighter. This stamp looks heavy, but it dries really well when you give it a chance to dry a little bit, because you know the Stampin' Up! Inks go on darker and they dry a little bit lighter, so you have to wait a minute for the full effect of that going lighter. Let's put that up. We don't need it anymore. We do not. I am going to use a couple of dimensionals on this card. Oh, I forgot to put the white piece in, and that's because I used it on another card. So let me make sure this piece is cut right that I have here. Need to cut a smidget off. There we go. I used it mainly because when I was doing my Facebook Live video, I made a mistake, and so I just put another piece of cardstock on top of the old one because it was glued down. Leave it to me to do such silly things. So I'm going to put this in just like we did the other one to have our piece in there. We have that. I'm going to put 2 dimensionals on this side over here so that it doesn't show on the back side of the card, or we don't put it over there and it puts the card together for us to where we can't open it. And I'm going to add that right here. So we have a happy birthday and you're a true blessing. We have both of those cards. Now let's put some embellishments on them to kind of just bring it together a little bit. So we'll decorate this one first, and we'll use the peach pie. And I think I'm going to just put that right there on that. And then I'm going to bring in 2 small ones. And I'm going to put right down here at the oval. And so there's our little quick card. And then there's where you can write your sentiment, your own little message or sentiment that you want to write. Let's bring this one in, and we are going to use the summer splash. You know what? I think I'm going to put the darker on there, the Shy Shamrock, just to bring it out a little. Whoops, out a little bit. I didn't mean for that to go way over there, but it did. So be it, right? Sometimes these land where they want to land. And there we go with that one. So there we go. We have 2 cards made. And on this one, I was going to put in this little leaf. And I might make cut out a little leaf for the next one too, just because I think that would be cute to do. So let's get this down. Right here in the corner. I didn't put much glue on it. Doesn't need much. Just want to hold it down some. So there we go. We have the leaf in the center, and then we have this on the outside. And that's how you use those dies if you want a white center, because it does not cut its own white center. Okay? So there, that is done. And here's some other ones I did that are basically just like, this is the different paper than these 2. So I have them in different papers and stuff, and I was just using this paper. It's so pretty, and it's called Unbounded Beauty. And if you wait just a second, I'll show you some of the pieces, because it is very, very pretty. I keep my paper in these sheets from Amazon because I can put my scraps in there and it holds everything in there. But look at these back papers. Is what that has the peach pie with the petunia pop and the shy shamrock and summer splash. And I think you could even use the fresh freesia with that because of the lighter blending in that. So that's those 2. And then this one is your peach pie and your pretty in pink. And then that's your petunia pop, same paper. Here's your 2 colors of Shy Shamrock and Summer Splash with the peach pie and the petunia pop. There's your pretty in pink with all the different colors here on the flowers. That's one of the cards I did. Petunia pop is there. And then this is done with Summer Splash with the petunia pop and the peach pie in that. Petunia pop and Shy Shamrock together, and then all the colors here. Very pretty paper. Very pretty paper. So I encourage you to buy this, especially while it's on sale. at 15% off. It's a great thing, and it's a great way to make these type of cards. So, and I did use the 3 different papers, which is this one, and this one. All 3 were on top, yay. So those 3 papers is what I used, and they look great, don't they? And like this one is different from this one because I just didn't think about it, and I left them all 3 the same. And this one, I actually put that on like that, which looks good. And I meant to do it like this, and I don't know if I can get it off to do it. If it tears the paper, I can't. Maybe, maybe not. I can't get it off. But I was going to do it this way. And I had it sitting straight up, and then put this sideways. But you can do it either way. They work fine. Okay, there they are. That is my cards that I've gotten made in the last couple days, which is really good. I've enjoyed making them. So I hope that gives you some inspiration to make some really quick cards, and to just get the DSP on some cardstock and have them ready to put your sentiments on. So when you need a card in a hurry, you know, say you're going somewhere and it's like, I'd love to give them a card, you could pull one of these out and decorate it, and then you would be all done. So with that being said, I hope you all have a blessed day, and stay safe this week, and I hope to bring you another video next week. Talk to you later. Bye.